There's an R-rated Grudge movie?
2 hours later.
What the f? How's it? Welcome to Tamba Takes. My name is Sean Tamba, and this is where I give you my take. If you're new here, consider clicking that like and subscribe button for me, please. For today's review, we have The Grudge. Here's the thing. The trailer was good. I was excited. I was a fan of The Grudge when it came out back in 2004. I was a bigger fan of the Japanese original, which, by the way, is one of the scariest movies I've ever seen in my life. This one, though, so they try to tie everything in, which I guess is a decent idea. However, they kind of go back and forth. And what I mean by that is there's like 3 separate storylines that are taking place. One in 2004, one in 2005, one in 2006. And we are kind of with the 2006 detectives, and then through flashbacks we kind of learn what had happened in this particular house. The problem, at least for me, I did not really care about the characters because I didn't learn enough. Now, well, there's a couple, and they kind of try to get you to feel for them because the wife is pregnant, but there's some type of defect with their unborn baby, and so that's how they try to get you. But the screen time for that particular story just isn't enough to warrant us as the audience to care enough for what happens. And the fact that we don't spend a lot of time with these people, and that we already know their fate. We know that they're gonna die because it's a flashback. So the suspense is kind of taken away. The only suspense I felt, there was one particular scene, and it was kind of with the present storyline. So it's even like confusing trying to tell this. It's not all that confusing like watching it. The scares were pretty predictable, and I have seen other reviews, they say the same thing. There was even one scare that I didn't even see coming, but I wasn't scared because the story and what I was seeing on screen, I was kind of phasing out. I was trying to pay attention, and it wasn't intriguing when nothing like grudgy was happening. It like kind of just jumped out at me, but I didn't even react, and that's not okay, obviously. Big downgrade for that. The GOAT is Lin Shaye. If you don't know who she is, she has been in a few other horror films, the Insidious films. She's the best part, without a doubt. She gives it her all. You buy everything that's happening to her. She sells her character perfectly. Hands down the best part. The flat tire is gonna be every scene that doesn't involve The Grudge. It was very boring. I did not care, especially the 2 detectives. You know what? The flat tire has the 2 detectives, the 2 main detectives, because I just didn't care. And like, she's the main character essentially, this one detective who has a son. She's lost her husband to cancer. You want to like have compassion for her, but it just wasn't very good. Then her partner, he was very one-dimensional. I couldn't understand much. He was very, he kind of mumbled almost. There's a scene in the beginning, they find this car, dead body in it or whatever, and this other guy's like, oh, it's at this place, and the cop's like, oh. And so the woman cop is like, well, what's that? And he just walks around the car for another 2 minutes and doesn't say a word about this other cop who's clearly has suggested that it's the same address as before, trying to give us a clue, but he just ignores it. And I hate that in scripts. Like, dude, just get it out. There's no need, there's no suspense, just say it. Okay? Here's another thing that I have. The Grudge, this curse, you step in the house, it follows you. Okay? So there's a backstory to the guy detective. His partner went in the house, so he was cursed. Now, John Cho's character is a realtor, so he goes in the house. His wife, you never see her go in the house, but something happens, and so now John Cho is, I guess, possessed, and he leaves the house to go and, like, murder his wife. I think he's supposed to be dead. I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Bottom line, should you watch this movie? Next, bro, next! That's gonna be it for the Tamba Take today. Be sure to like and subscribe, And I will see you next time. Shits!